Are you afraid of raising prices because it could scare off customers? But maybe you know that if you were to raise your prices, you could earn more from the same work that you're doing, invest in hiring people to help you grow your business, and maybe take a little bit of time off too. Doesn't that sound awesome? Well, in this video, we're going to look at how to raise your prices for your online courses and memberships. I'm Natalie Lucia, the founder of AccessAlly, and I remember the first time I raised prices for my online course. So I priced it initially at $99, and I was selling it pretty well, and I was doing the launch model. And then I knew that it was time to increase the price because people were getting a lot of value, I was getting great testimonials, but I also had a part of me that was hesitant because I was already asking people for quite a bit of money for what the course was. I knew that if I were to raise the price, I might get a little bit fewer sales. But I decided to just pull off the band-aid and do it anyway. So what I did is I doubled the price. And what that gave me is the ability to do so much more with the same resources and the same amount of time that I was putting into the course and delivering the course. And in the end, even though I did have a slight decrease in new customers, what I saw is that I was able to deliver a lot more value to each of the people who said yes to that course. So I could have a little bit more of a high-touch experience for them and get them more results and more value. The other thing I realized is that I could run promotions because the price was a little bit higher. So if I wanted to dip the price and give people a discount for a short period of time, that made it more affordable for people, but also gave them a reason to say yes, especially when I moved to a more evergreen launch model where people could buy the course at any time. So this was a great strategy for having a course that was always available and also earning a little bit more income for each person who signed up for that course. Now let's talk about your course and how do you know if it's time to raise your prices or not? So first of all, every business should be reevaluating their pricing every 6 to 12 months. So if you haven't changed your prices for a while and you've been out in the world for a bit, chances are you need to look at your prices and see if they still match the value that you offer. Now there are two more reasons to consider if it's time to raise your prices for your online course. So the first one is if you're getting people tons of results and tons of great testimonials. So if that's the case, it's a great sign that you have something that is delivering value and you should price it accordingly. Sometimes we think, oh, I don't want to raise prices because these people need what I have to offer. And that is absolutely the case. But also when you're earning more from each of your course participants, you're able to reinvest in ads, in marketing, and also in delivering your course and improving your platform and the way that you deliver. So just keep that in mind. You really don't want to get your margins so small that you can't keep going. So if you want to reach more people and make a bigger impact with your courses and your content, then you have to charge for it. Now on the flip side, maybe you are not getting people results, and maybe that's also because your course prices are too low. Now hear me out here. If people are not investing, if they're not putting money on the line, then they're not as likely to go through your course and they're not as likely to get the results that you promised them. This is so important, and that's why you want to price on value and really make sure that people understand the value they're going to get. Understand that if they sign up, they put money down, they're a lot more committed and they're a lot more likely to go through your course content and really get to the end and get what they really bought in the first place, get the transformation that you promised. Now, the other thing about raising prices, and if you don't have people getting results right now, is that you can also deliver a much, much higher one-on-one or one-to-many experience. And that is a great thing to do because a lot of times when you are just doing maybe a $27 course or something that's very low end, then people don't have access to you, right? And that's totally perfect. It's a great way to scale, but it also reduces the results that people are going to get. They don't feel that connection to you as much. They're not as likely to pursue and continue what it is that they're doing. But when you have access to you, maybe you add a group coaching component or a higher tier to what it is that you do with your courses, and people will actually get on the phone with you, get on a Zoom call, whatever it is, and they're a lot more likely to follow through and get the direct feedback and advice and coaching and consulting that they need to get the results they're looking for. So that is a huge reason to increase your prices too. So if you started off on the low end, it might be time to consider adding a higher tier or a high ticket version of your course. All right, so hopefully I convinced you to reevaluate your pricing for your online course, and now it's time to take a look at how to actually increase prices. So sure, you could go to your website, change the number on the website or the sales page, and update your shopping cart or your order forms to match the new price. That's absolutely a great way to go. However, there is a better way, and the better way is to actually turn your price increase into a marketing event. So what that means is you will let everyone know who is currently in your sphere, whether that is your email list, list, your social media, maybe it's ads, maybe it's lives or videos or whatever it is that you currently do to connect with your audience, and you will let them know the day that the price increases. And that creates a sense of urgency. And it is an incredible way to do a lot of sales at the current price, also bring in people who are on the fence into your world and saying yes to your course or your membership. And by the way, this is a pro tip if you have a membership. Every time that you increase your price for your membership, this is an amazing way to get more people in the door into your membership and to lock them in at that price. And they're a lot more likely to stick around because they know that the price has gone up. So if they leave, they could lose their preferential pricing. So it's an amazing way to increase the number of members that you have inside of a membership site. And if you don't know whether you should have an online course or a membership site or both or how they work together, make sure that you watch the video that I have up here all about online courses versus membership site. And you'll figure out exactly what to put in each of the two and whether you need both or not, depending on what type of business it is that you have. So now that you have this marketing event where you are telling people that your price is increasing, how much it's increasing to, that this price will essentially never be seen again, and now's the time to jump in, you want to make a lot of noise about that. You want to update everywhere and let people know and make sure that no one misses that, because you don't want people emailing you after the fact and saying, oh my gosh, I missed it and I didn't get in at the time that I wanted to and I missed the price. So that is a great way to go, and I highly recommend doing that. And then when you are ready, when you meet that date and it's time to increase your price on your website, what you'll want to do is just reevaluate what it is that you have on your sales pages or your webinars, and to really show the increased value as you've increased the price. So if you added more of a group coaching option, or if you added additional bonuses or things to really justify that price increase, you'll want to update your page with all of that information. So maybe it's adding more testimonials that are super specific to the things that people are looking for. And the more testimonials, the more specific, the better. So congratulations, it looks like you've raised your prices, and I am super pumped about that. Now, the most important thing is after you've done this big marketing event and you've raised prices is you have to take excellent care of the people who said yes and who joined your world. Go back into your membership site, your course area, really love up on the new members and the new students that you have, and make sure that they have the best time ever and that they're really getting through and getting the value that you offered. And they're going to be probably some of your best advocates. So if you don't have an affiliate program yet, definitely head over and watch one of my affiliate videos that teaches you how to set up an affiliate program for your business and your online courses and membership. Because these new people who just joined your world are going to be some of the most vocal people. They're going to love you up and they're going to really want to spread the word. So why not reward them for doing that and incentivize them through an affiliate program? So that's an excellent way to really get some momentum in your business, raise prices, and start to see more income from the work that you're already doing for your online courses and memberships. Now, what if you don't have a lot of people in your world and raising prices might not get you a bunch of new signups? What you'll want to do is head over to the 30-day list building challenge, 30daylistbuildingchallenge.com, and sign up for my free challenge, which will teach you how to get more subscribers for your email list than you have in the last 3 months in just 30 days. So when you have a bigger audience, when you have a bigger email list, consider raising those prices for your course and see what happens as your business gets more profitable and you can reinvest in the things that matter to you, to your business, and to your community. I'm Natalie Lucier, and I will catch you in the next video. Oh yeah, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that like button and subscribe below. I'm so excited, and I will see you soon.